Okay, welcome back to my class. Today's class will discuss the concept of demonetization. We'll discuss the definition. Then we'll discuss the objectives, advantages and disadvantages of the demonetization introduced in our country on 8th November 2016. Firstly, let us see the definition of the demonetization. Demonetization is a monetary step in which a currency unit's status as a legal tender is declared invalid. It means, let us see, the currency unit status as a legal tender becomes invalid. It means what happened? The legal tender power of the currency will be cancelled. It means legal tender money will not be longer the legal tender. It means it cannot be accepted by the people of the country in order to make the transaction, in order to settle the debt, or in order to make the payments. So on 8th of November 2016, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the demonetization, and he made the demonetization of rupees 500 and 1000, and he said that this rupees 500 note and rupees 1000 note will no longer be the legal tender money in the circulation, and at the place of 1000 rupees note and 500 rupees note, new note will be replaced. Old notes will be replaced by the new currency. So this was done on the 8th November 2016. So demonetization happened in India even before 2016. Even before 2016, this demonetization was done in our country. So before independence, in the year 1946, when there was the British government in our country, they made the demonetization of rupees 1000 and 10,000. Again, this demonetization was done by the government of our country when there Morarji Desai government was there. When Morarji Desai was the Prime Minister of our country, then he announced the demonetization of rupees 1000, 5000 and 10,000 in our country, and he made that this currency will no longer be the legal tender money. It means it cannot be accepted as a means of transaction, as a means of payments into the circulation in our economy. So let us see what are the objectives of the demonetization. One of the important objectives of the demonetization is that to eradicate black money, to check the black money. So the objective of the demonetization was to check the black money which are in the circulation, which are not in the notice of the income tax department. So government decided that all money will come. So this money will be deposited into the bank, and it will come to the notice of the Reserve Bank. It will come to the notice of the income tax department, and certainly it will help to check the black money from the economy. And another objective was to stop the circulation of counterfeit currency. Counterfeit currency means fake currency. The fake currency were printed and they were in the circulation in the country. So fake currencies were, let us see, supplied by some neighboring countries, some of our neighboring countries, and it was into the circulation. So government decided that this is the process through which the fake currency can be checked and it can be stopped. And to eradicate the corruption also, the corruption was taking place. The corruption was taking place in the real estate, in the purchase and sale of the different asset in our country. So government decided that this can help to check the corruption also. then it can be used to fight the tax evasion also. The government will come to know that which company or which individual is having how much amount of money on his account. Then it will be easy to impose the taxes, direct taxes or some other kind of taxes. So it will be easy to fight the tax evasion also, and to promote digital transaction. Government, one of the main objective of the government was to promote the cashless economy, to promote the cashless transaction in our country. Another, to combat inflation. Government thinks that the rate of inflation is very, very high and it can be checked by the demonetization. Let us see what are the advantages. We can discuss some of the advantages here with the objective also. So advantages, let us see. It helped the government to track the black money. So demonetization helped the government to track the black money. It helped the government to check the terror funding. So terror fundings were taking place in our country, in the different parts of the country. Somewhere Naxalites were there, some were, let us see, some other groups were there. They were funded by some of the organizations. So if the money will no longer be the legal tender, then certainly they will not have the money to fund the terror and terrorism in our country. And let us see, the terrorism can be checked in our country, and it increases the number of tax payments and collection of taxes. And it was seen that the collection of taxes has increased and the number of taxpayer also has increased in our country. Is the advantages of the demonetization. It increases, let us see, it promotes the digital transaction. So digital transactions are being promoted in our country, and this is one of the advantages or merits of the demonetization. Let us see what are the disadvantages. There were certain disadvantages also, because the people they get inconvenience, the common people get inconvenience in terms of the deposit of money into the bank and ATMs, or in order to withdraw the money for the transaction purposes, for the payment purposes. So let us see what happened. The first disadvantage is that it created chaos and caused inconvenience to the common people. So common people, they got harassment with the demonetization because they were standing on the long queue to deposit the money or to withdraw the cash from the bank or from the ATM. So let us see, high cost on the transportation of old notes and printing new currency. So what happened? Let us see. This we have seen. This whenever the currency was deposited by the people, then the bank employees, they were counting the currency deposited, and they were transporting that currency, that old currency, to the center of the Reserve Bank. So into the Reserve Bank it was being deposited. So in the transportation, in the counting, and again printing of the new currency by the Reserve Bank, it cost very high, and it increases the expenditure of the government. So let us see, it increases non-developmental expenditure of the government. We can say this is one of the disadvantages of the demonetization, and loss of jobs due to the shortage of cash. So what happened in the unorganized sectors? Some people, they lost the job due to the shortage of the cash in the circulation. To get the cash in hand was very, very difficult from the bank. There was the ceiling of withdrawing the cash from the bank, and the people were not having the cash in hand in order to do the certain works into the economy, and in the process of that, some people, they lost the job. So what happened? The loss of job due to the shortage of cash was also one of the disadvantages. So let us see, we have already discussed here the meaning of demonetization, then some history of the demonetization, objectives, advantages and disadvantages of demonetization. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Okay, thank you.